Today, most of the monks left the monastery to celebrate the Losar festival, in other words, the New Year, in their home village. There are few people left in Phuktal, but tomorrow they too will leave, and only 1 or 2 people will remain for the next few weeks. There is a footpath in the monastery that leads towards upstream, high above the Tsareb Chu. If you follow this path you won't find accommodation and supply available, and you will meet almost no one. This isn't the season for hiking anyway, but I'm forced to if I want to leave Phuktal, the only monastery that can only be reached by hike. The Gompa is now abandoned. For this reason tonight they no longer have big meal gathering, like yesterday, but my hosts have not forgotten me. The young monk apprentices are not much different from other teenagers. They like pop music and are passionate about football. The only difference is that they are monks and imagine their future within the walls of this monastery. Tomorrow they will also return to their village and close their apartments here. Today it's time for me to go too, and leave Phuktal on the path I came here. I fell in love with the winter of Zanskar, but next time when I visit the region is gonna be summertime. However, this route cannot be taken lightly in the least, and I am not exaggerating when I say that it has impassable sections, and there is not even one such section. Even this section is not easy to walk on, but there will be a bigger problem, where there is no solid ground under your feet, and the surface is only rubble. One such dangerous section is now coming. There is no path on the debris. The stones that make up the road are so porous and unstable that you have to make your way through them. It wasn't easy to get through the section shown in the photo, but it is nothing in comparison to what is coming now. The thing that shocked me the most was that the locals walk easily and confidently, where I am scared to death. And just when I thought I was over it, it can't be worse, this was what greeted me. It took a while when I struggled myself through over that section, sliding down a bit several times as I lay down on the mountainside, but got over it. Char village is only a 20-minute walk from here, but it's easy to get lost on the way. Given the fact this is only my second time here, but first alone, some footpaths tricked me. It took a while to find the right direction, but finally the village appeared on the horizon. Before, I couldn't even imagine that I could sweat at -10 degrees Celsius, and now the t-shirt is dripping with water on my back. A good piece of advice that I unfortunately learned too late. Never hike in synthetic clothing at high altitudes, as it is like walking in a plastic bag. You have to let the clothes breathe. Woolen is the best for this purpose. The school holidays have already started in most places, so students are already waiting at home for the series of New Year's celebrations. The series of celebrations began that evening. The Ladakh New Year is all about a vibrant blend of cultures, customs, folk dances, and extravagant processions during this 15-day celebration. Losar, also known as Tibetan New Year, is a festival in Tibetan Buddhism. Although in Greater Tibet this festival falls in early spring, i.e. end of February, beginning of March. Here in Ladakh the series of New Year celebration coincides with the Western New Year period, thus end of December, beginning of January. At this time, the entire population of the settlement gathers in one house to celebrate, and the host's house is different every day. This means that the village is hosted by a different person every day. The village of Char is a small settlement. In larger village communities, the community gathers in the houses of 3 or 4 hosts during the course of a day. At this time, the guests bring biscuits as a gift to the host's house and katik, a white silk scarf, as a sign of good luck and blessing. Albeit folk customs vary from village to village. Various prominent monasteries in Ladakh perform all the ceremonies and rituals associated with this festival, celebrating good over evil. Without a doubt, Ladakh is one of the best places to go for New Year, India. In the following episodes of my series, I will present this more than 1 week celebration series. Houses are cleaned before the festivity begins, and various food preparations are done that are then shared with loved ones during the festival days. It is that time of the year when all the Gompas monasteries are packed with devotees who pray, sing and dance to welcome the new year with great spirit, and during the Losar festival, you get connected to the divine forces as they believe. Losar translates to low meaning year and Sar meaning new, and it's here in Ladakh you get to experience them both. The celebrations begin on the very first day of the 11th lunar month, and the tradition of celebrating it on this very day has been going on since the 17th century, started by the king Jamyang Namgyal. The lifestyle of the Tibetans did not change until the 7th century. Most of the herdsmen in Tibet spend all their lives in this place by grazing sheep and yaks. Locals carry unique versions of genes tied to blood oxygen levels. Most Tibetans are genetically adapted to life on the roof of a world, according to a new study. Tibetans demonstrate significantly larger chest circumferences, total lung capacity, vital capacity, residual volumes, and tidal volumes than Indian lowlanders. What amazes me is people's joie de vivre, life affirmation, self-effacing cheerfulness, which manifests itself in community gatherings in this barren, harsh landscape. Ever since I've been here, I've been thinking about the reasons for this, which I already reflected on in the previous episodes. No matter where I approach the issue from, each time I come to the same conclusion. I can only judge the people here from the eyes of an outsider though. But as I see it, they still have what we Westerners were deprived of a long time ago, their culture. The world I come from shows the typical symptoms of the so-called cancel culture. In the world where I come from, families are divided by quarrel and the toxic party politics. Where I come from, instead of oblivious celebration, there is hypocrisy and pretending, and therefore I do not miss the world at home, where the series of Christmas celebrations is now in full swing. Looking at these people, to whom I am still a stranger, but who treat me like a family member, maybe I am not alone with these feelings. Anyways, thank you for being here. I wish you a happy new year with these images.